It's 1 West, 125th.
They let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building. This is
1 West, 125th.
they let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building, nigga. Beers, braids, and boots, even though I got a bald head, long nose. Pistol, I feel that bitch with bald heads, all prank. Tissue pulling out that boy's head. Shit's chopped. Looking like a bulls at a street fight, 2 hands faster than the Honda. You don't want no problems, roll up on you like Blanca. 1 West, that's the mantra. Red hairband with a spray gun like Contra. Check your attitude, the gear stretch, longitude, the latitude.
Come on.
I'm a priest, bitch, so some fucking gratitude. Could tell I'm 1 West by the way I walk, way I talk. 125th straight New York.
Ballin', nigga.
And I'ma rep it to the death of me. I die for the guy on the right or the left of me. You turn into beast mode, I turn into priest mode. Get to knocking niggas out like Craig for thinking they depot.
It's 1 West, 125th.
They let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building. This is
1 West, 125th.
they let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building,
In the
nigga.
building.
They let the priests in the building, niggas. All core, men at war. I just follow Captain Yachty, with him I go. I might lose my shit, for him I blow and get the picking niggas off through that one-eye scope. We got a garment down to the foot, girdle around the paps, not a scuff on the boot.
Yeah.
You niggas try and look tough and look cute while we rock rough and stuff until you're stuffing loose. Been held back too long, now we busting loose, breaking down the barriers, this destructive truth. I was talking to a dumb nigga rhyme and he said we the Israelites, that's no denying. I said yeah, but you ain't in compliance, you trying to be Kyrie, I'm trying to be General Muhammad.
That's right.
It make me want to break a nigga's spine and do what a doc ain't even fucking realign him. I get a nigga to get a nigga on consignment.
It's 1 West, 125th.
They let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building. This is
1 West, 125th.
they let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building.
In the building.
They let the priests in the building, nigga. This the truth, it's the home.
Home of the truth.
When niggas ain't gotta roam.
Yeah.
When niggas ain't gotta die alone. Put a nigga on both sides, you ain't gotta die alone. Be like, that nigga deader than a motherfucker. I brought my sword back wetter than a motherfucker. Fuck the turtles. I'm shredded like a motherfucker in this gym trying to get shredded like a motherfucker. The loose can and the firebomb. Everything on this gun custom like a Diawana. Call it one Yala. The Kwa, Razan, the Mafia, Yahaja, Malakati, Yaganan.
Let's go.
They let the priests in the building, nigga, waking up on people. Even when we chillin', nigga, fuck them fake camps. Better get with the realer niggas. For Christ come back and say, kill them niggas. All right, clap it up. Shalom Israel, we're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commanding General Yohana. This is ISUPK Austin Tuesday Brotherhood class. Brotherhood and sisterhood is a weapon. All right. Brotherhood and sisterhood is exactly what we need to come up out of these conditions that we are in, to come up out of this hell that we are in. Because without brotherhood and sisterhood, who the hell would you know who to follow? Who would you follow? NBA Youngboy? Sexy Red? Jay-Z? TD Jakes? Who would you follow? Without your brothers and sisters here in the Israelite School of UPK under the Commanding General Yohana, letting us know, letting us know through these scriptures who our enemies are, who our brothers, who our sisters are, and who our enemies. See, a lot of blacks, so-called blacks right now, we think that Kamala Harris is our sister. Oh, we think she's a sister. Why do we think she's a sister? Who knows? Go ahead, Yaquan.
Because she brought Megan Thee Stallion on stage.
Because she brought Megan Thee Stallion. Look. When we talk about this, just look to what you have been reduced to. This is so disgusting and so disrespectful to our nation. This is what we're reduced to. Do you think there's no greater women out there? You think there's no greater woman that she could have called on for support? But because she believes you're ignorant, because she believes you're nothing but an idiot, She brings Megan Thee Stallion out there to twerk. She couldn't even say the lyrics in her song. Every other word was skipping. This is how we are looked. We are looked at so low that it is heartbreaking. You should be heartbroken when you look at our nation. We are supposed to be a special people into the Most High. Right now, we are not special at all. We are looked at like how a destroyed nation is looked. We are looked like we are on the bottom because the things that we reverence are very low in this earth. The things that we love and that we put our time and effort to, they are worth absolutely nothing. All right. Who else has something to that? So why do we think Kamala Harris is our sister?
It's like, sir, because she had hot sauce in the bag.
Hot sauce in the bag. Look at what we're reduced to. This is why you got to take honor and you have to take pride in your people. So you're not reduced to some rapper who shakes her tail. So you're not reduced to hot sauce. Any other ones of why we think she's our sister? Go ahead, Yagana.
Well, we think she's our sister because we just see color.
Yep.
We just see dark skin, and we just want to be accepted. Can I pull the precept?
She got the skin tone. Hold on. Save that precept for when I'm done because it'll still be relevant regardless. You know what I mean? All right. You know another way? Chuck Taylor's. Oh, she put Chuck Taylor's on. So now she's you. Oh, she played California Love. She did that. When has she ever showed love to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in California? Oh, you're going to see in this article today, you're going to see that she absolutely has no love for us, okay? But she will pretend that she does just to get you on her side.
Right.
And in this article, she's going to tell you to overlook her past for the future. But if she didn't love you, if she did stuff according to the state, what do you think she's going to do according to the nation, to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? You think we're going to get any love? Pull that precept that you had, Yaganan.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 33.
Uh-huh.
Why trimmest thy way?
Why what?
Why trimmest thy way?
Why trimmest thy ways? Why trimmest thy ways for a enemy who can't stand you? That any chance they have, they're going to oppress you. Why trimmest thy ways? Continue.
To seek love.
To do what?
To seek love.
You are seeking love. You think they're seeking your love? They're not. All they're seeking is your mind, your body, and your soul. They are taking everything of you and taking it from you. That's what they do to us. They take everything from us and then use it against us. Okay? Start that from the top again.
Why trimmest thy way?
Why trimmest thy way? We got to stop trimming our ways. We're letting this woman relate to us because we are trimming our ways. We are reducing ourselves to Chuck Taylor's hot sauce in music. Continue reading.
To seek love.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
To seek love. Oh, we want their love so bad. We want their love. Because it's, you know why you want their love so bad? It's because we look at our oppressor as a father, as a higher figure. And if you look at somebody over than you, then all you want is a little recognition from them. All you want is a little love from them. But they cannot love you. Okay? Somebody give me that Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Because we put all our love and trust and faith in there. People come against us at the camp every week to give their love to an oppressor. When we're out there, we're their brother. We're out there giving them love. That's what we're doing. We're going to camp because we love you. It's not because we want to. It's not because it's fun. It's not because I could be sitting in the AC or the heat. We're out there in frigid temperatures because we love our people. And that's it. That's the only reason. But our people will come up against us because we were taught not to trust each other. We were taught to trust our enemy. Somebody who's never showed you that they could be trusted. All right. Whoever got that, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10 in the Apocrypha, go ahead and read that.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Sometimes trust thy enemy.
Never trust thine enemy.
But you got to pick the lesser of two evils.
Never trust thine enemy.
But Billy is your friend.
Never trust thine enemy.
Kamala is your next commander-in-chief.
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thine enemy. Your enemy is a filthy, disgusting beast who has no love for you. And what they're going to do is they're going to get your trust, and they're going to use that trust to oppress you.
Right.
That's what you better understand. Anytime they act like they love you, oh, you better think long, hard, and wise, and see where that love. Test that love. You want to test your brother's love. Your brother say he love you. You put him through a million hurdles. The enemy says that they love you, and you take their word for it. You take their word for it because that image of us giving a Caesar Borgia, that's what perpetuated us to put all these other races above us. Okay, he made a hierarchy, and he put and we're at the bottom of his hierarchy. So when we see these other nations, we'll cater to them. You ever notice how you walking out the gas? I caught myself doing it before. Walking out the gas station, it be your brother or your sister. You'll let that door slam in their face. Let it be a heathen. You damn near tear your MCL and break your neck to reach back and grab that door just to hold it open for them. Because it's a mindset. And now the mindset that we are in, it is such at a low state that we look at everybody else like they're so great and we want their love. And we don't want them to be our enemy. We want them to be our friend. But they are not your friend. Read that again from the top.
Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. I remember I had an old box chef, I was going to do some things with this car. I was going to get all the rust out. But you know what? I couldn't get that rust out. Because as iron rusted, you know what that car did? It rusted. Rust will start with a little speck. Then it'll eat a hole through your bumper. Then it starts eating the holes through your car. Okay? Now your door got a hole in it. That's how your oppressors are. That's how your enemies are. They are like as iron rusted. When that iron rusted, it's going to rust until it compromises the whole foundation of the metal. It's going to do it. You can't stop it. So just like your enemy, their wickedness is like that, okay? Their wickedness is like that rust. You can't stop it. You can't stop it with your love. You can't stop it with your trust for them. You can't stop it by wanting to be equal with them. Continue reading.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself.
Though he what?
Though he humble himself.
Kamala is so humble right now. Oh, she is humble. When she was a judge and a prosecutor, she was not humble. But now that she wants something from you, oh, she's very humble. Oh, she's humble right now. Continue reading.
And go crouching.
She's crouching. She's saying, I did in hell. So she could relate to black people. You see how she minimizes us every chance she gets? And our sisters are standing out there strong because they're confused because They want to see a black woman president. They want somebody that they can identify with. But you cannot identify with that heathen. She is not of us. She is not our people. She is nobody that we can relate to. Her life, her struggles are nothing like our struggles, nothing like our life, nothing like our challenges. But she relates to you and minimizes you to Hot Sauce, to Chuck Taylor's, to Megan Thee Stallion, to California Love. Continue reading.
Come, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
You see, you wipe that rust away. You can wipe a little bit off the top. You get a little bit off. But it's like a looking glass. When you wipe it, you'll see. You'll see clearly that his wickedness and their wickedness and their evil of these heathens. It cannot be wiped away with your love and with your loyalty. So maybe you should try to be loyal to your king. Maybe that's who you should vote for. Also called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out there in TV land. I suggest that you just vote for Christ and don't put your ballot in. Okay? Continue reading.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee.
Do what?
Set him not by thee.
You want to set your enemy by you because you're a compassionate person. You have love. Okay? You have empathy. You have qualities that your enemy doesn't possess. And that's why they're able to do the thing. You look at them and you say, how could you do this to us? How could y'all do that to a people? How in slavery could y'all do that to men, women, and children? Well, they don't have the same moral code you have. They don't have the same compassion and the same thoughts and the same understanding that you have. We understand that it's not okay to do certain things. All right? They don't. So you don't set them by you. Because if you set them by you, she's trying to be biased right now, right? She's trying to be biased, but there's a reason. Go ahead.
Set him not by thee, least when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Let him sit at thy right hand.
So this election, you go out there and you give your vote to Kamala. She's sitting right by you right now. But you are going to put her over you, and she is going to overthrow you. It's going to happen because she don't have no love for you. She already said she's not going to do nothing for just black people. That came out of her mouth. Nobody else said that. She said that. There's nothing you're going to do, not just for black people. All the struggles, all the things that we need as being a broken nation, and there's nothing that you could think of. Even LeBron James does something for just black people. He sends 2 black kids to college every year. Only black. He built a school for only black kids. He does it. You're going to be the commander-in-chief, and you're supposed to relate to us. You're supposed to be one of us, and there's nothing you could do for only black people? That's shameful. Maybe you shouldn't give your vote to her. Maybe you should wise up, listen to these priests and prophets, and give your vote to your king. Go ahead, Yagana.
Her exact words, I'm not going to do anything just to benefit the blacks. But they can pass a law about the alternate lifestyle people.
Right.
It only benefits them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of one-sided. So this is the person that they want to vote for. Yes. She plainly said, I'm not going to do anything to just benefit blacks. That means she's not black.
Exactly.
Also, too, what do? They passed another law just for Asians. Stop Asian hate.
The Asian hate bill.
But, she's not going to do anything to help benefit us. So, I mean, what else should she say? I mean, it's plain and clear that she's not us. It's plain and clear that she hates us.
She hates us.
If they're looking for a savior or hope or somebody that
That's
they think
right.
is black.
That's right.
Because she's a female.
That's right. And she hates us. And speaking of hating us, hold on, let's continue. Hold on, I gotta finish this out. And then we're getting into this article. And you're going to see
Lucky out of here.
the wickedness of this beast. Okay? Continue reading.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand,
Uh-huh.
lest he seek to take thy seat.
Yep.
And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
That's what you're going to be. You're going to be pricked away. You're going to be in the ghetto, and she's going to be in the White House, waving at you like Obama was. Remember that was your nigga too. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Oh, you know, he was your guy. Okay. Continue reading. Let's finish this out, and we going to. Ooh-wee.
Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? All right. So you see over there, a part of her custom is what? They put that cobra in their vase, right? And they get to playing their little flute. That's what they're doing. They're charming the snake, and they're making it dance. I know y'all seen Karate Kid. I know you seen it. He kind of look like him Yaquab a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, just like that, how he was doing the look. That's what they do. When they're playing that music, they're charming the serpent. Now, if that serpent bites them, you're going to say, what made you think you could control him with the flute? You should have played the right notes, right? You're not going to pity him because he's playing with a snake. You're playing with danger. That's what it is when you put your trust in your enemy. You are playing with danger. Continue reading.
Verse 14. So one that goeth to a city.
No. Finish out 13.
That's lucky. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Or any such as come nigh wild beasts? You see, people like to come nigh, meaning come near to the wild beast.
Have y'all seen the bull run in Spain? That's something I would never partake in. You catch a horn up your rectum, okay, out there playing with bulls. They out there, your oppressor hunts things for fun, even you. But he'll get out there and they'll go. The heathens they'll go get an elephant. You think I'm running up on an elephant? They'll be out there in Africa, all right, with all the sunscreen, all the, what's the PF 90, whatever. They'll be out there with all that hunting Simba, looking for Mufasa. That's what they're doing, okay? They take a chance for fun. They will hunt lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. For what reason? Okay? So we don't pity them when they come nigh into the wild beasts. That's what happens with us. We don't get no pity when our oppressor bites us. We don't get no pity because we shouldn't be around them anyway, because they are dangerous. They have showed you through history how dangerous they are. And we put our trust and our love and our time and our everything into them. And you give absolutely nothing to your brother. And that's sad. And that's why we're relatable through hot sauce. Right. Well, she got hot sauce in her purse. I keep a little bit in here, just in case I got a sprinkle. Just in case that chicken ain't got enough. Go ahead, sir. Give him the mic.
No, I was gonna say it's so wild because they listen to they got that from Beyonce. Hillary just played that same card during her election.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Count on the one count.
In 2016. And it's wild how we still have to count on to it. It's like
count on the one count. You're absolutely right, sir. We don't catch on to anything because we're so hypnotized. Right. After P. Diddy told us to go out and vote, you just took it as it's a part of your culture. Oh, it's a part of hip hop culture to vote. Well, here in the UPK, we vote too, but we vote for Christ. We don't vote for our enemy. We don't vote for our oppressor. We don't vote for the people who destroy us. We vote for Christ, and that vote is going to help destroy these other nations. Let's get into this article. Let me stop sharing this. Yaga, now you gonna have to read this because I ain't saying this to nobody. That's the title up there. You might have to. You know how to use that thing right there?
Yeah.
A little bit. If not, you can use the mouse. You know, do what you got to do. Yeah, the mouse might be easier. But read that title though. Yeah, use that. Yeah.
Black Americans
Yeah, just click it.
should
Yep.
hold alteration.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala Harris has done real damage.
Kamala Harris has done real damage. This is the Miami Herald. It said, Black Americans, you should hold that adoration. All that adoration and all that love that you have, or you should reserve it. Should probably reserve it for your people. Not the people you think are your people. Go ahead, y'all. Let me see that your little on the side, you know, the strong. Yeah.
There's an opinion that's been kept fairly solid in the present political climate in mainstream conversation about Senator Kamala Harris, Joe Biden's vice presidential pick, across social media, in a kind of herd policy that makes expression of contrary opinions unlikely. Uncomfortable truths about Harris are quickly reportaged as pedestrian or simple, contrarian, anti-black, party pooper, and even pro-Trump.
All right, so it's saying, oh, let me turn this a little bit so I can see. All right, it's saying across the social medias in a kind of herd policy, and it makes the expressions contrary, unlikely, uncomfortable truths about Harris are quickly prioritized. How you say? The prioritized. All right, all the things that we should worry about, they make them real small, real quick to you. You know when somebody they have done something, all right, and you make light of it, you make small. That is what is happening during this campaign. All the horrible things that she have done to blacks and Hispanics, it is being made light now. It is being made a small thing. Go ahead, continue reading.
Throughout her success, Harris, a woman of South Asian and Jamaican ethnicity.
All right, and that Jamaican ethnicity, she's not a Jamaican like the tribe of Benjamin Jamaican. Okay, she comes from a family of slave owners. They own slaves in Jamaica. Okay, that's her lineage. She's not Jamaican like Benjamites. Okay, she's Jamaican like a oppressor. Somebody who oppressed Jamaica. Okay, continue reading.
Has been several black fists on the basis of her race and gender.
Mm-hmm.
And now again.
Oh, black first, Salakia.
Black first, Salakia. On the basis of her race and gender. And now again, as Biden's vice president pick. This has gained a spotlight on a global stage, even though her mother, Tamil Brahmin upbringing, likely afforded her the Indian equivalent of white privilege.
You see, there is an Indian equivalent to white privilege. How do we know that? How do we know they got privilege? Because what? Where are their gas stations? They're in your neighborhood, right? And they all going to get to work there. Every one of them that come to this country, they're going in there and they're working and they're making money. And they're selling you all the cigars, all the liquor, all the 40s, all the 40 ounces, all the twisted teas. Okay, continue reading.
According to BloombergQuint.com.
Mm-hmm.
So while she's saying she's Jamaican just because she stayed there?
No, because her father is technically from there, but it doesn't matter. They come from from slave owners, and you know, just like that man slept with Bob Marley's mom. Same thing. Just like Bob Marley's not your people either, contrary to popular belief. Think he's such a black revolutionary. All right, continue reading.
Growing up in Oakland.
Hold on. But she grew up in Oakland. Oaktown. She didn't grow up in the Oakland that I know. She didn't grow up in the Oakland that my homeboys grew up in. All right, go ahead.
Growing up in Oakland and predominantly white, Berkeley, then Montreal, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Harris blended well with a lot of rich kids.
She blended well with the rich kids.
Hold
on. She knows how to blend. She's blending with you today. We believe she is us. Oh, because she's blending. Oh, she over there, she done shaded herself right in with you. She blended in with you through the contents of her bag, of her handbag. She probably said, you know, I keep a little bit of hot sauce on. You need some? I got a little extra. Okay. This is the things that are happening. I remember when she put on those Chuck Taylors and all of our sisters when my mother-in-law had on Chuck Taylors. I was like, good night. You went and put on Chuck Taylors because of her? Why ain't nobody put on Chuck Taylors because of Julius Erving? He the one that made them popular playing basketball in the 70s. Okay. I remember Chuck Taylors was $15. Now they're expensive. All right. Now you got to pay $50 for some Chuck Taylors. Why? Because some heathen endorsed them? Continue reading.
And mixed in with kids from the lower area, according to CBC television. In her final year of attendance at Howard University, a historical black institution, Harris joined the sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha.
So she joined these sororities, and we think she's black. That's another way we associate. Well, she went to a historical black college. She must be black. She is not. Okay, continue reading.
The mission of AKA is service to all mankind.
Is what?
Service to all mankind.
Yeah, it's service to all mankind, except you. You are considered 3/5 of a man. You're not considered as all mankind. That's why she's not going to do nothing just for you, because her sorority is about all mankind, about the people that she believes are people. You think she would ever go into these other? Let's see. Who's? You think she's gonna go into a campaign with Miley Cyrus? Do you think that, or do you think she would go get a predominant Edomite woman? I think she would go get somebody who's of high stature than there to come to her rally. But for you, you get Megan Thee Stallion.
Gotcha.
You get something. You get the lowest of the low. That's what we have to realize about all of these heathens. Anything that they give us, it's going to be disgraceful and distasteful. That was very distasteful, and it did upset a lot of our people because they felt the disrespect. Like, why would you get Megan Thee Stallion? Are you saying that is the highest of us? That is the one that will secure your vote? Like, you got to think about that, and then once you think about that, once you can fathom that, then you can understand how you're looked at. You can understand how you're looked at. Continue reading.
An idea, it was considerable with Harris' career, a war chest brimming with prospectorial mismanagement that has landed wrongfully convicted persons behind bars.
Hold on. You see, the mismanagement of the law, the mismanagement of the love. She don't have no love for us. She has had us wrongfully convicted plenty of times. This isn't some saint. This isn't somebody who just has so much love and compassion. This is somebody who is going to further destroy you. And you're going to choose to put her in office. And she's going to destroy you. And then you're going to understand what the UPK been talking about. Maybe after this run, you might understand. You might understand this is the home of the truth. Maybe everybody out there will be able to see it. Continue reading. Let's get through some of this.
Wrongfully convicted persons behind bars and launch revenue building initiatives that have separated children from parents.
That have what?
Separated children from parents.
She passes initiatives that separate children from parents. Continue reading so they can know what this is.
Adding to generational oppression.
Added to what?
Generational oppression.
You see, while they get passed down generational wealth, we get passed down generational curses. Oppression. Continue reading.
In predominantly black and brown families under the color of law.
Mm-hmm.
For years, a.k.a. Harris.
For who?
For years, a.k.a.
They calling her a.k.a. Alpha Kappa, whatever the hell it was. They call her a.k.a. Harris. Because that's who she's established at. Yes. Continue.
Has delivered a ruthless brand of service.
She's delivered what?
A ruthless brand of service.
And this is who you want to put in your office. This is who you want. This is who my parents and my in-laws and everybody I know. I stand with Kamala Harris. I stand with Kamala Harris. You know how many posts I've seen of that? You know how many times I had to scroll past my mother's post for her? Go ahead.
Can I read the definition of ruthless?
Go ahead.
Having or showing no pity.
No what?
No pity.
When she was that prosecutor, she didn't have no pity. When she was a judge, she didn't have no pity. And if she becomes the president, she will have no pity. Continue reading.
Or compassion for others.
Or what?
Or compassion for others.
She's not compassionate if she's wrongfully convicting you, if she's getting parents convicted. Okay? Continue reading.
Under Harris, the New York Times recounted prosecutors unlawfully held back potential exculpatory evidence in the case of George Gagg, resulting in a 70-year-old sentence of San Quentin.
So he got a 70-year sentence in San Quentin because she held back, she held back major evidence. And she didn't let this major evidence be brought forth in this case. Continue reading.
Sentenced to San Quentin on charges of sexual abuse. Those charges were later falsely proven false.
Pedophiles be doing 6 months. This innocent man accused of this gets a 70-year sentence in San Quentin. San Quentin is one of the hardest prisons in America. They say when you sideways, you can only do this. This is how wide the cell is. It's longer, of course, because it fits the beds and all that. But from the wall to this, you can't do this in San Quentin. You can do this. That's it. That's what you got. Okay? Sentence him to 70 years. Go ahead.
Those charges were later proven false and dismissed by a trial judge.
Hey, give me Zechariah 11:5. Those charges were what?
Dismissed by a trial judge.
All right, so the charges are dismissed by a trial judge. So what do you think happened with the man that was locked up? What do you think happened to him if it was dismissed by the trial judge? Who's been to court? Who's ever had a case dismissed? What does it mean when you get a case dismissed?
It's dropped.
It means it's dropped. That means you should go free, right?
Right.
Continue reading.
But upheld under appeal, a technicality, because Harris declined to withdraw prosecution. Gage, now 80 and now partially blind, remains incarcerated.
So, yeah, still what?
Still 20 years
20 years later, from when this trial judge dismissed this, Harris didn't want to relinquish. Okay? Where does that say? Because Harris declined to withdraw prosecution. Gage is now 80, partially blind, and remains incarcerated 20 years later, and everybody knows he's innocent. You got something you want to say, sir? All right. Give me Zechariah 11:5.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
See, this is what our enemy does. They slay us and they hold themselves not guilty. You're still in jail 28 years after you should be exonerated. You think she holds herself guilty for that? You think she has any care or compassion? You think she has any love? You think she cares if he likes hot sauce and Megan Thee Stallion and Chuck Taylors? She doesn't. Continue reading.
And they that sell them say, "Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich."
And when they have you under this, they feel so powerful. They're thanking God because they believe that the Lord is with them and not with you, because they have all this power over you. Okay? That's the end of that, sir?
No. And their own shepherds pity them not.
And our own shepherds they pity us not. Why ain't the pastors? A man is innocent. Why ain't the pastors outside beating down that prison? Why ain't there a 1 million man march for that? Why is nobody showing up for that? Because the only people who care about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in this school.
Right.
That's why. That's pretty much it. You could boil it all down to that. And you can see by how everybody else lives their life versus how you live yours. It's very simple to see. Continue reading. No. Yeah, keep reading the article. Hold on. No. Oh, no. Something else happened. Hold on, Salaki. Oh, no, there's a whole bunch more to this. Hold on. They're trying to... Yeah, go ahead, sir. No, we got all this. Hold on, we got all this right here. No, you go ahead. Still say what? Yeah. Come on, sir. Yeah, say what you're gonna say for sure. All right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Under Republican Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger has tried to reduce the number of school dropouts.
All right, so that sounds like a good thing. That sounds honorable. That sounds like she's trying to do her part. She's trying to stop school dropouts. We all want that. We all want our people educated, right? Continue reading.
They end up in prison. This was perhaps a noble effort, navigated catastrophically under her truancy law.
You see, y'all heard of the truancy laws. I'm sure y'all heard of that, right? I survived it because I finished school 1 year before they started that. Good thing I'm a little older, or else I would have been suffering from that law too. All right? So she passed this truancy law. Let's see how this truancy law affects our people. Go ahead.
Parents can be penalized at the discretion of the school administrator. Of course, prosecutors can bring charges against parents, and parents can see a year in jail.
So you could get a year in jail. So you're a we're gonna say that where you at? No, continue. I'll just break it down when we get to the
plus a $2,500 fine.
$2,500.
The results: life-altering criminal records and financial burdens after failing on single-parent heads. are mostly black and brown houses.
You see, this falls on mainly single parent homes. Because what are you doing? You're at work to what? Keep a roof over your children's heads and the lights. Your child is 15, 16, 17. You expect them to go to school. You have to go to work. But this is going to fall on your head. You could do a year in prison, right? A year in jail, and you could get the $2,500 fine. You got other kids that you working because you're trying to keep the lights on. And they're so wicked that to keep the kids out of prison, they're going to put you in prison. Do you think, just continue reading, I'll break that down in a little bit.
Cherie Peoples is the parent of a child born with the debilitating disease sickle cell anemia. People suffered the public humiliation of a broad daylight arrest under the truancy law. In an interview with attorney Antonia Moore, she said that she'd been in recent talks with her daughter's school about a Section 504 plan, an effort to spare the troubles they were eventually encountered. Anyway, Harris made sure of it.
She's going to make sure that you're going to encounter these troubles. She's going to make sure. She's going to hold you to the full extent of the law because you're just some hard-working single mother, trying to keep a damn roof over your head, all right? And you got to work all goddamn day to pay these bills. You got 2 jobs. How the hell do you know if he went to school or not? You got to trust him. Go ahead, Yagana.
This truancy law is just, you got a lot of single parent households. By her being a prosecutor, she knows how the system works. So she created a law to create more revenue and more money for the state. So she knows that there's a lot of single parents to where they have kids, but they don't have any control. So these kids get out of line and don't go to school, but who suffer? The parents. But they not trying to fix the issue. They just want money.
That's it.
They
want your money. They just want to oppress you. You're already at the bottom, and they just want to keep you there. Continue reading that, because listen to what this broad says. I don't know no other word I could just use.
An effort to spare the troubles they would eventually encounter anyway, has made sure of it. We are putting parents on notice, she said. If you fail in your responsibility to your kids, we are going to make sure you face the full force and consequences of the law.
So you're going to face the full forces and consequences because you don't have a man or a woman in the house to help you raise this kid, to make sure they're at school while you're at work. This is hell that we live in. If you don't know, if you don't realize that by now, this is absolute hell, and we are destroyed. And they keep piling things on top. All you could do is go to work and try to make a living and try to raise your children right. And they will do anything and put all these rules in there to make it damn near impossible for you. That is their goal. Okay? Let's continue some more on this. Well, actually, let me see. Where we at? Right here? Mm-hmm. All right, let me do this so we can keep that remember. Because I want to pull some scriptures. Okay. Let's get Proverbs 55 and 21. When y'all got it, y'all can read it. Hold on. So like Psalms 55 and 21. Salakia.
Sir, this book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
You see, your enemies, the words of their mouth, they're smoother than butter. Because you believe that they love you.
Right.
She got hot sauce. She got Chuck Taylors. She got Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all been wanting Megan Thee Stallion for 5 years, and she got it. Okay? Continue.
Comment on comment. But war was in his heart.
Hey, truancy law.
But war was in his heart.
Wrongful convictions.
But war was in his heart.
War is in the hearts of your enemies, and if you don't understand that, we're going to continue to lose. That's why we're losing, because we believe these smooth words. They're so smooth. They're so captivating. They come out there and they speak with such education that we can't reach in the ghetto. You can't reach when you got to raise your brothers and sisters. You can't go to school. Go to school to about 6th or 7th grade, then you got to do what? You got to look after the young ones while your parent is at work trying to make a living to feed all of y'all today. Their words are smoother than butter, but we got to understand this war in their hearts. Continue reading.
Comment on comment. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn sword.
You see, these soft words are real soft like oil, but they draw that sword when they slam that clinker. When she says, "No, I'm not withdrawing this prosecution." Yeah, I know he's innocent, but I found a technicality, and off this technicality, oh, this man's going to serve this 70-year sentence, even though he's 80 years old and blind. But he's innocent, and he's sitting in there. And what the hell is, she's guilty of a lot of things. You got to make sure your kids go to school. Do you think she made sure her kids go to school? Pretty sure she had a nanny who does that. Pretty sure she has all these things in place to raise her damn children. What do you have? You have you. You don't have all these resources and outsources and nannies and all these things that these other nations are privileged with. So you should never trust their words because they're very smooth. All right? But there's always war in their heart because they absolutely hate us. Okay? Somebody find that for me, a perpetual hatred. Where's it at? Yep, that's it. I got it.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
You see, her perpetual hatred for you is why she's not going to do only something for you. She has a perpetual hatred. How the hell would she do anything for you? Because what?
Because thou hast had a perpetual
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. She is going to lock you up even though you're innocent. She's going to withhold evidence because it's a perpetual hatred. Continue reading.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
You know, that 80-year-old blind brother, he's really feeling that right there. It's because there was a perpetual hatred for his people. Oh, he is suffering in that cell. It said by the force of that sword in the time of their calamity. You're going through a trial, that's calamity. Especially when you're innocent. That's why your iniquity has no end. His prison sentence has no end. 20 years after he should have been out, he's still in there. Because that iniquity has no end. We cannot trust oppressors. And the biggest thing is it's because we want what they have. We be wanting their positions. All right. Is there any more to that? Let me get Proverbs 3:31. Because we see what they have and we're like, we want that. And that's why you move to their neighborhoods and you're hated. You think you're safe there. You think you're going to come and be one of them. Oh, they hate. If y'all can find a show called All in the Family with Archie Bunker, and you'll see just how your enemy feels about you. I love watching that show. Hey, he's so real. You're gonna know who you are when he looks at you. You're gonna know you're the colored or the this or the that. Real quick, go ahead and give me that Proverbs 3 and 31.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
Even thou,
Nope. Read that again.
Envy thou,
Yep.
not the oppressor,
Mm-hmm.
and choose none of his ways.
You got to not envy your oppressor. Don't choose none of their ways. Don't choose their customs. Don't choose their philosophies. That's exactly what we are doing. Somebody hold Colossians 2 and 8. That's exactly what we are doing. We are taking their philosophies. We are taking their customs. We are taking their ways and their traditions, and we are trying to make them ours because we envy them. If you were proud of the Passover, you wouldn't envy your oppressor and celebrate Easter with them. You wouldn't want to cling on to their culture. You wouldn't want to be one with them. Read that again from the top.
Verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor,
Mm-hmm.
choose none of his ways.
Don't envy that oppressor, man. Don't look to that oppressor and want what they have so bad that you turn your back on your birthright. Go ahead, y'all know.
For the truancy laws, who it affects the most? Whites 13%, Asians 18%, Hispanics 21%, Blacks 24%, American Indians 24%.
You see that? The so-called Israelites is who it affects. The so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Because it doesn't affect the other nations as much as you, because they don't have the same rules as you. Oh, their kid can miss school a lot more than yours can. And they're not going to be in court. Just like they do all this stuff in the earth, they're not in court. You think they go to court all them times you sitting in court? I remember I was sitting in court, and they was pleading with this Edomite not to do something again. He got arrested like 4 times while fighting his case. Do you think I could have been arrested? Do you think I could have got a speeding ticket while I was fighting my trial? While I was on trial, you think I could have got a speeding ticket? Good night. I couldn't do nothing. I had to watch how I moved. He was out there living like there's nothing hanging over his head because he didn't face the same rules that I have to face. They don't face the same rules you face. They have their set of rules, and you have yours. When that lady unalived that dude in Dallas in his apartment, that judge said, I am going to, what's the exact words that he said? He said, I am going to try you as a black person. It's basically what he said. That's how you're going to get tried. That's how you know there is 2 sets of laws. There is 2 sets of rules. There is one for them. There is one for you. You know, some of them, they're so rich that when they do something like so the brother ran over the people. He got, I believe, a capital murder. The Edomite ran through the crowd of people. What do they call that, man? It's a word that has 2 meanings. I can't remember. But at the end of the day, they said he was too rich to understand right from wrong. But you're not too poor to understand right from wrong. When you're stealing to feed your baby, when you're stealing to fill your belly, you're supposed to know right from wrong. Him with all the opportunities, with all the education, with all the teaching, they don't understand right from wrong. You shouldn't envy your oppressors. And you should choose absolutely none of his ways because they are destructive. And when you go and follow them, that's why it says come up out of her. I believe I got that in there. I don't want to pull it now. But we have to come up out of them because we don't belong. All right? Yeah, let me get that Colossians 2 and 8. Whoever got that on deck.
Come on, one comment. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
That is what happens during an election year. It is all smoking mirrors. None of them ever done what they said they was going to do. None of them. So it says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. That's what is out here happening. We are being deceived through their philosophy. They said you should go out and vote. Because Jacquard, if you put that vote in, young brother, you can make a difference. I don't want to hear it. Y'all don't vote? Well, you ain't even trying to make a change. How it's going to change? You ain't even got to say. You shouldn't say nothing if you don't vote. I hear that all the time because I'm not a part of making the change. Well, we've been voting forever. We've been voting forever. What has changed in our communities? What has changed in our conditions? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because your vote doesn't matter. Continue reading.
Come. After the tradition of men.
After what?
The tradition of men.
You see, we put away the traditions of our father. We put away the traditions of our king. We put away the traditions of our forefathers, and we picked up the traditions of men. Okay? And that is a problem because every month they're giving you something to celebrate, something to keep you broke. Every month you got to barbecue ribs. You got to go buy ribs every month. What they got? All right, so you got to get all the fireworks and alcohol on the first. What is it? The New Year's Eve. Then you got to buy some floozy, flowers and chocolates on Valentine's Day. March, you got to dress like a leprechaun and drink green beer till you're pissing on yourself in some alley on 6th Street. April, they got April Fools and probably something else. May is Mother's Day. You and Father's Day, Mother's and Father's Day. Nobody know when the hell Father's Day is. You're not getting celebrated anyway, because you got to get your mother a Father's Day card. If you don't bring your mama that chocolate and the bear on Valentine's Day, a card and flowers on Mother's Day, and you better tell her Happy Father's Day, because she was the man and the woman. Let her tell it, okay? Then what we got after that? May? What's after May? June? What we got in June? What is it? Oh, yeah, Pride Month. How could I forget that? Oh, my goodness. Pride Month. They so damn proud. Downtown in a thong, shaking your tail by the camp with your flag on because you got so much pride. You're so prideful to just be a weirdo. See, that's what we call them in the West Coast. You's a weirdo, homie. And that's exactly how, you's a weirdo. All right. Then 4th of July. Okay. Well, what's after July? August? I don't even know what's in August something. What was it? Labor Day? Labor Day. You had a barbecue. Okay. And then you got September, whatever the hell is their President's Day. You got all these days that you're celebrating. Now, October. Yeah, Labor Day just passed. No, it was, Monday or something. It was Monday. No, I did 4th. All right. I don't know what's in September. You got to cry for September 11th. You got to barbecue for everybody that the Arabs barbecued. Okay. You got to do that. All right. October, you got your your Halloween. All right. Then you have your November, your Thanksgiving, and December, your Christmas. That's not including your graduations, all your birthdays that you're celebrating, your anniversary. All you're doing is spending your money and helping your oppressors empire because of, start that again from the top.
Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
All those things, all these things that we love to partake in, even your voting, is after. Grab that charger; it's down there somewhere. You'll see it. It looked like You know, like a charger, like it should. It'll go in right there. All right. Those are after the world. Those are not after Christ. Christ didn't partake in those things. You think Christ was up there voting for them Sadducees and them Pharisees? You think he was voting for Pontius Pilate? You think he was putting his vote in? You think he sent the mail-in vote? Everybody's so worried about the damn mail-in votes. He wasn't. Let me see. Let me drop down to, I think it's 20. Yep. Drop down to 20.
Verse 20. Wherefore, if ye be dead with Christ from the rudiments of the world, why, as though living in the world, are ye subject to ordinances? So
we dead with Christ, right? We picked up our cross with Christ, right? So why are we living through the rudiments of this world? Why are we subjected to the ordinances? See, we are dead with Christ. So we don't have to vote for Kamala Harris. We don't have to vote for Donald Trump. We don't have to reverence them. We don't have to live by the ordinances of this world. We don't have to celebrate what they celebrate. We don't have to think how they think. We don't have to live how they live. Okay? Because we are dead with Christ. All right? We don't live by the standards of this world. We live by the standards of Christ. We live by his ordinances, by his rudiments. All right? Continue reading. Yeah.
Verse 21. Touch not, taste not, handle not.
That's what you should do. With this election, you should touch not. You shouldn't go up there and cast your vote and come back to my job with that stupid sticker and a smile in my face when you know I'm going to say the same thing I say every 4 years to you. What did your vote do? Were you a part of the Electoral College? Did you make a difference? Did they pick who you wanted? You come back with that stupid sticker and a smile. Oh, I took off the vote. Oh, man, it drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely insane. All right, let me see what else after that. Yeah, continue reading.
Verse 22. Which all are to perish with the using, are the commandments and doctrines of men.
You see? All right, let's drop that. I need to get back to this article. Oh, damn. Let me see. Who is this? Yeah, I don't even know who I was talking about for them to say that's my dad. That's your daughter or something? I don't know. It ain't mine either. So who the hell knows? Yep. Yeah, I do not know. Good night.
That's weird.
Lie. All right, let me share this. Back to this article. All right, there we go. There you go. Pick that back up.
Start reading right here.
Yep.
Then, predictably, following announcement of her bind in the Democratic presidential primaries, after years of having stood by her truancy law, Harris apologized.
Mm-hmm.
On the part,
so now she apologized about the truancy law. Now that she wants your vote.
On Pod Save America, she expressed remorse that anything that I did could have led to parents' arrest and
incarceration.
Incarceration, Salaki. Harris is relying on our good spokesmanship to overcome her past. She is asking for trust from the same black communities that she has oppressed.
Damn. She asking for trust from the same communities that she has oppressed. Okay? This is the wickedness that we suffer. That she wants you to forgive her now, even though she oppressed you, even though you stayed arrested. Okay? Continue reading. That's right there. Yeah, you should be able to roll that. Yeah, just roll that roller.
There's a tendency among some to claim victory with every black fist, regardless.
First.
Black first, Slaki. Regardless of virtue. Today, Kamala Harris is being paraded by AKAs.
You see this? Hold on. Y'all listen closely to this. Because this is what's going on with Kamala Harris today. Read that part again.
Today, Kamala Harris is being paraded by AKAs.
She's being paraded by her sorority, right? Why? Continue.
To black female Howard grads.
So they could be just like her. So you could be a black woman just like Kamala Harris. That's why her sorority is parading her around to the female Howard grads. It's on purpose. Okay? Why ain't she over there at the School of Bali? Why ain't they being paraded at the School of Bali? Why ain't she over there being paraded around the monks? Why ain't she being paraded around her people? Because she's imitating yours. Continue reading.
To black males in professional spaces in a way that she doesn't deserve.
See, she doesn't deserve to be paraded like that because she didn't have your struggles. She didn't have the same fights that you have. And we over here giving our love, giving our everything to some heathen because we believe she's special. We believe she's the one. We believe she's the one that's going to be that we're going to be able to see something great. It's going to be the first black woman that's going to be a black and a woman. And that's supposed to be special to you. But it's not a black woman. That's what you got to get through your head. If you can get that through your skull, if you can analyze and process that, then you will understand that she's not a black woman. Okay? She is some heathen who absolutely has no care for you or your people. Continue reading.
Says more. What kind of a person is it that celebrates black achievements on the backs of black people?
What kind of person celebrates black achievements on the backs of black people? She does. But she is not black. But she's going to get all the black achievements. And she go back up. And she's going to she's going to be celebrated. She's going to celebrate them achievements, and it's going to be off of our backs. She becomes the president, whatever she achieves is going to be off of our backs because she's just going to be a good slave owner like her great-great-grandfather. It's that simple. Go ahead. Continue so we can.
And there's the weed thing.
Hold on. And there's the weed thing. Let's see about Kamala, what she did.
Harris smoked marijuana at Harvard.
At Howard. She smoked weed in the college. Go ahead.
I did inhale.
See, Bill Clinton, he said he didn't inhale. He said he tried it, but he didn't inhale. She said she did inhale, but she's saying she inhaled for a reason. This is why she said she inhaled. Go ahead.
She said, playing up parts of her identity in order to impress black voters.
Do you see how she identifies with us? We inhale, so she inhales. That's another identifier. So we got Hot Sauce, we got Meg, we got Chuck T's, We got California love, and now we got weed. Do you see how she associates herself? Do you see how she blends in with you? When it says she knew how to blend in with the rich kids and the lower class, this is what she means about blending in with the lower class. She inhaled. She got hot sauce. She wears Chuck Taylors. Continue reading.
According to the New York Times, fine. But then she campaigned against legalization in 2010 and 2014. 2010 and 2014, Slovakia. And under Harris, nearly 1,600 people sentenced to prison for marijuana-related offenses.
So to relate to black people, didn't she just tell us she inhaled? But even though she inhaled, under Harris, nearly 1,600 people were sentenced to prison for weed. We're not talking about you going to jail. We're not talking about probation. We're talking about young black men getting sent to prison, getting judged at the highest extent of the law. So it says, if I could give you a year and a day and send you to prison for this amount, I'm going to do that. You could have got probation. You could have got 6 months in county. You could have got a lighter sentence. She made sure that nearly 600 people went to prison. That was her goal. And now all of us, now our goal has become to put somebody who continuously persecutes us through every avenue of every career she's ever had. We want to put her in the highest seat. We want to raise her up above us. We want to put her up there so we can look up at her and say, you're the first woman and you're black. But she is not black, and her actions continuously show that she is not our people, that she don't have no love or no real dealings with us. That's why she makes a mockery of us with the thing that she associates us together with her. What she binds us with to her is silly nonsense, nonsensical things, silly nonsensical things. And that's why you should be mad. Can I get that? Somebody get a Ecclesiastes 7:7, I believe. I believe that's where it is. I hope so. And whoever got it, you can read it.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7.
Surely
oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Read that one more time.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
You see, oppression maketh a wise man mad. You don't understand why we're so angry. We're looking at our people be deceived, being washed away, being washed up, being shattered more and more daily. It's because of oppression, and it makes us mad. Continue reading.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
And the gift destroyeth the heart. You think this woman is a gift to you. You think if she gets put in that office, that's going to be a gift to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and it's going to be a nightmare, and it's going to destroy your mind. You're going to be destroyed because everything you thought, you're going to realize is absolutely wasn't true. Everything that she said. And then you're going to feel the pressure. You're going to feel the burdens that come with that. Okay? All right. Let's get back to the article.
Harris has done all this to black and brown people.
Harris says what?
Has done all of this to black and brown people.
And you know why? You know why she did that to black and brown people in the name of justice? Because they know who you are. We don't know who we are. We don't know we're the 12 tribes of Israel. We don't know that we're God's special people, but they absolutely know that you are. And that's why you feel what you feel. And that's why you go through what you go through. Continue reading.
What would she do to us in the name of democracy?
You see, if she did all this, what did it say, in the name of justice? Then what will she do to you in the name of democracy? This is for a certain state, a certain penal code, a certain jurisdiction. What the hell is she gonna do to you in the name of the whole free world? You better think about that, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, before you go sign your name on some line saying you pledge your allegiance and your alliance with some heathen. These are things that you have to think about. Okay, that should be the end of that. Let me see this. Those are things that you have to think about, man. And that was an excellent article by the Miami Herald, because those are things that we need to know, that we absolutely need to know. We need to know that our enemies are not our friends. We need to know that. Let me get Deuteronomy 32 and 9. Yeah, I'm glad I brought this one out tonight, because I had something else and I just couldn't find it. If you got it, go ahead. I'll catch up to you.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
For the Lord's portion is his people.
For what?
For the Lord's portion is his people.
You see, the Lord's portion is his people, okay? The so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's the Lord's portion. That's whose favor you want to try to get up under. That's who you want to try to relate to. Not Kamala Harris. Continue reading.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
And Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. And Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Okay? He fathered the 12 tribes of Israel. You can't be with these other nations. Some people, they want to run with Trump. They say, oh, well, he gave us money. They want to go. They want to pledge their allegiance. They want to tie their wagon to Trump's. Well, he's nothing but an Edomite, another heathen, somebody you have nothing to do with. Let me get that. Let me get Genesis 25. Genesis 25 and 25, I believe.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red, all over, like a hairy garment.
Uh-huh.
And they called his name Esau.
You see, the first came out red, all right, all over like a hairy garment. And they called him Esau. It's red because you can see the hue of their blood through their skin. That's why they're red, okay? And they're hairy, you know. I know some of y'all might not believe in Bigfoot, you know. You take away a razor from Yugoslavia for 6 months. Them dudes is like 6'9", 6'10". You're going to see a bunch of Bigfoots. Just Harry and the Hendersons. A bunch of Teen Wolf looking. Yeah, Phil, continue reading.
Verse 26. And after that came out his brother, and his hand took hold of Esau's.
Oh, no, you know what I need? I need what's before this, actually. Yeah, let me get started 22.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And the children struggled together within her.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
She's saying, why is this thus? Why are these children struggling me? If this was supposed to be a blessing from the Most High of me to have these children, why are they struggling within my womb? Why is it a constant fight? That fight is still going on today. It's a constant struggle when we're next to each other. When we ain't got a chance to separate from our oppressor. We ain't got a chance to get away from them. You know, most people, their slavery, they finish their slavery out. They go back to their land. They get a chance to get away and rebuild and all that. We haven't. We went from slavery to right after slavery, to Jim Crow or whatever, to, segregation, to integration, to this. We're just always with them, okay? And they're always looking at you like you're at the bottom. Well, this struggle that still goes on to today, This started in the womb of Rebecca. Continue reading.
And she went to inquire of the Lord. Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
What is it?
2 nations are in thy womb.
But they twin brothers. It's in the Lord said there's 2 nations. You see, the Lord can separate you. The Lord can separate the nation. He can make it how he wants it. All right? Continue reading.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
So there's 2 different nations in this womb and 2 different manner of people. These people will not be alike. All right? They will be different. Continue reading.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
And that is what's going to happen. All right. Give me Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. So somebody give me Romans 9 and 13, and somebody give me Malachi chapter 1. Let's go to Romans first.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Read that one more time.
Verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
That's for all you Christians who say that God loves everybody. He clearly hates Esau and all of his damn descendants and the rest of these other nations. Okay? Continue reading.
Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid.
So because God hates Esau, is there unrighteousness? No. And in 13 it says, where is it written? You see, this is a good thing for you, you fake Israelites, you Old Testament Israelites. Y'all just are Old Testament, and you don't want to partake in the New Testament because you're such an idiot, not knowing that the New Testament says exactly what the Old Testament says. Christ followed the Old Testament, right? He followed the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. Okay? Now let's get to Malachi. Malachi, the first chapter, and we can start at 2.
Come on. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, where hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
Continue reading.
Saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob. Verse 3. And I hated Esau.
And I what?
And I hated Esau.
That's where it's written. This looks like the New and the Old Testament say the same damn thing because it does. This is our records. Says the same thing all over. Finish that out real quick. We're going to show them some more.
And lay his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
All right. Kakam, you give me Hebrews 8 and 8. Yaquab, you give me Jeremiah 31 and 31.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Now let me get Jeremiah 31 and 31.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 31. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. 32.
Nope. Let me get Hebrews 8 and 9.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 9. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord.
Now, let me get Jeremiah 31 and 32.
Verse 32. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, said the Lord.
Now let me get Hebrews 8 and 10.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 10. For this is the covenant that I will make the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I will put my laws into their mind.
Yep.
And write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
Yaquab, last one, Jeremiah 31 and 33.
Chapter 3. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people.
You see, this is what we call, that's verbatim. Okay? The New Testament is in the Old Testament. It's just a testament. This is our records. That's what we got to understand. This is our history. Our records are good, are bad, are everything. All right. Officer Naquan, you got anything you want to say? No. All right. I will get some questions, but we can reserve that for Captain 10,000 Yatazak tomorrow. So if y'all had any questions, Salakia, we didn't get to them, but Cap will be in the building tomorrow to answer all your questions, to solve all your problems, to help you with any riddles that somebody might be out there deceiving you with. All right? With that, we're going to pass the class over to Trooper Yaquab. Clap it up for that brother.
So ISUPK security announcements. We got the ISUPK started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. A new brother and sister. Remove new brother and sister. A new brother and sister come to a school. They are off for 6 months. They are little only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If the interpretation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the hands to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and the sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and the sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tied from his commandment. 1821, Malachi 38:10. Means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of everything of any increase the Lord gives you, gives a treasure department, a teacher, priest fund. Free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Memorial of Olympics.
The Blumpets. Fix that. Go ahead. Read it again.
Memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. It's the first day of the 7th month. It's the Wednesday, the 2nd of October 2024. You can find this. You can find this in Leviticus, the 23, verse 25, verse 24 to 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, who's the security master, pass that over to Officer Sharon 1.
All right, with that, we're going to Amajium. All right, we'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amajium Shabbat. Amajium, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, brother Thou. Yahweh, we're going to start, turn, face the sisters rise. All right, men of Israel, courtesy salute to the sisters. All right, Amajium Shabbat. Amajium, Barak, Yahweh Shemol Elatham Ba'Shem Yahshua. Yahweh, dismissed.